Alright, we're headed to Taylor Lake on the old trail on the east side of Mount Bell. Well, it's been about an hour since the trail junction. I come to a place where everything's leveled out and the forest is pretty open. It's been a great hike up to here. And we've got remnants of the rain and snow from last week. So I think this is the backside of, well, I'm calling it the backside, but it's part of Mount Bell. And the trail, after the first hour of climbing, kind of skirts around all this rock slide area. We're in a large forest. It's really nice. So there hasn't been a lot of great views on this trail, however, I've really enjoyed it. You keep coming out and skirting along these rock slides. There's lots of water sources. Just off to the edge here, there's a creek. We've seen quite a bit of animal scat, some bear scat that's fairly fresh, moose scat. But yeah, I really enjoy this. Larch forests are excellent to walk through. So, made it to O'Brien Lake. I think we got about 1.4, 1.56, something like that, kilometers to go to Taylor. O'Brien is beautiful green. Gorgeous. Taylor Lake Camp. There's the trail for Panorama Ridge. Washrooms are over here. And there's a quick view of Taylor Lake. And this is the old Six Moons Designs tent. There's the gorgeous Taylor Lake. It's absolutely beautiful. So, junction, O'Brien Lake, Boom Lake, Taylor Lake. Somebody's etched in here 8.5 clicks to boom. That's probably pretty accurate. And right here is the trail, and you might be able to see the ribbon there on the tree, but there's some ribbons through here. It's really marshy. Here we are at one of the water sources, and there's some flagging here because when you come down from the other way, it's kind of confusing. You basically walk in this water for a while, not very long, but a little bit. And up there you can see the logs cut off. It's very prevalent on this trail, seeing timber cut and many marks on the trees. It's pretty difficult to get lost in here. So here's a rare occasion where there's a little bit of micro navigation to do. It's in one of these swampy areas, but there's flagging here. It's not very difficult at all. It's also a good spot to get a bit of an open area with some views. Fairly close to the top of Mount Bell here. And as we skirt along the rock slides, you get even closer, and someday I may venture up there. But anyway, you can see the flagging here. It's pretty well marked trail. Coming into the rock slide area, there's a little tarn over here. Yeah. Easy way to get up onto Mount Bell, I would say. Let's see if we get a picture of the tarn here. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, not too many people are going to see this view. Not that many views. I think I've mentioned that already. But here's one. And here we are right up against the mountain. The rock slide area again. Here's a little bit of the trail. I hope it shows up good on camera. The blaze. This is in a washout area, so there is an old trail as well as a newer one. The better one's right along the edge of the rock pile. Anyway, gives you a good idea of what the trail's like. And there are huckleberries everywhere. Let's see if I can get, oh, there's a small one. Most of them aren't ripe. But there is a lot of them. So here we broke out into this kind of open area. Here's the trail. And there's a little bit of a view back there. I don't know if that's going to show up on the camera or not. Probably not that well. But anyway, right through, straight ahead, there's a game trail. And this is it right here. I don't know if it's going to show up that well on the camera either. But anyway, it's a game trail. And from this point on, back to the Boom Lake Trail junction, I didn't see any sign of wildlife whatsoever. But from here to Taylor Lake, lots of moose and definitely some bear action. There's a big guy up here for sure, Big Daddy. But his scat was a couple days old, so it doesn't look like he's here right now. Anyway, now I'm expecting the big hill down to the Boom Lake Junction. So I didn't show you the way up. It's steep, and of course going down is steep as well. It's tough on the knees going down, and it's tough on the thighs going up. Lots of switchbacks. Finally made it to the bottom where the junction is. This is the tree that is the ominous sign of you're entering a terrible place. And the sign will tell you that. It says, no well-defined trail beyond this point. Well, that's about as much disinformation as you can get. The trail is like 95% clearly defined. Anyway, onto the main trail and out of here.